Hey guys, welcome to my first very episode of my podcast, Josh Being Josh. And yes, it is just me today, so if it does flop, I'm blaming you guys. No, but actually this is going to be a little soft launch of what this whole year is going to be like as a whole on the podcast. And I thought, why not just start the first episode of me, because who else will I have on? We're talking what's coming up this year, the influencers joining us, your dilemmas, and even my camera roll. So yeah, if you guys haven't already, make sure to follow and subscribe on all of our platforms. They should be linked around somewhere on the screen on TikTok, Spotify, Amazon Music, and Apple Podcast, along with YouTube, of course. So without getting further into it, I thought, why not start this first episode with going through my camera roll? And you guys will be thinking, why on earth would we do that? But it's just so you guys can get to know me a bit more and just understand how my 2025 went. So yes, let's talk about what this whole year could look like as a whole from the podcast, because some of it looks quite juicy to me. I've got a couple of influencers coming on that you guys may know. Some of you may even stalk, which is quite crazy. I think that'll be a nice little pop-up of excitement every now and then, just to see what could be happening or what they're even up to. I might even have my best friends on just to have a bit of fun and banter, because who doesn't want a best friend? Who just doesn't want to see what my friendships are like, because they're the best. Or we also will be having solo episodes, because I just think, why not? It's nice to just come back to reality every now and then and speak about your dilemmas or even my dilemmas, speak about casual life, college life, student life, literally anything. That episode will be endless. Right, so this segment will be called going through my camera roll, which is quite crazy because my camera roll is quite ridiculous sometimes, but I just think it'll be a quite fun way for you guys to know what my year was like as a whole, and just to get a bit of a recap of life, basically. So with that being said, we're just going to start all the way from January and work all our way to December and just see what I got up to, and just so you guys get to know a bit more about me, because why not? It's my podcast. Okay, starting off with January. January was quite a boring month, I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't really get up to much. I was just trying to reflect on the year that I had before, because it was quite a tragic year. What I done, I picked two things from January, and one of them was me looking rather depressed, I'd say, on the train, which is just great. But that was because, obviously, as you guys know, I do go to a performing arts school, and sometimes we do have auditions. And with that being said, on my first week of school, I literally had an audition. That was not a fun audition at all. I literally had to do like 6 different routines, and I just don't think I was mentally preparing myself enough for it, and I was quite frankly dreading it minute by minute. And another video that I did upload was just me and my friends at one of my best friend's house, and we were dancing. I don't know what this dance was. I think it's sort of like one of our old dance shows, I think. This was before we started back at school, so this was on the 2nd of January, which is quite crazy. But we were dancing up and around in my friend's living room and having a lot of fun, I guess. I don't even know, but that day was literally crazy, and I don't get what we were doing so early in the morning, but it is what it is. Moving on to February, again, I got a video and a photo for you guys. The first thing was another one of my best friend's birthday, and it's just a random video of us vibing to a video. Like, we're not literally not vibing to anything at all but music. It's quite crazy. I think the more that we go through this year, you're going to see that I do go to a lot of parties, and I don't really like to be at home, which is quite bizarre. But yeah, this was at 20 minutes past midnight. Don't really know what I was doing at 20 minutes past midnight, but here we are. In this video, it's literally me, Locke, and Holly vibing to music, I guess. But we were laughing, hysterically laughing. Don't really know what we were laughing about, but it is what it is. And then moving on to the 7th of February at 7 p.m. Quite bizarre timing. Me and Holly went to Michael Jackson, and quite frankly, I don't like Michael Jackson that much, so I don't really know why I was so willingly to go. Couldn't tell you why. Up to this day, I don't really like Michael Jackson, but it is what it is. I still went, and I looked like I was having a good time. That day was quite fun, I'd say. It kind of got me to like Michael Jackson a bit more, but I can't lie, I'm still quite scared of him, so yeah. But yeah, speaking of Michael Jackson, his new movie's coming out soon, which is quite, fun, I guess. But as a dancer, for me, it's quite cool. Even though I don't like him, I think I'd still probably go watch it. I swear it's coming out in like 2 months or something like that. So hopefully I go to see it. But yeah, Michael Jackson was quite fun. Did cause a bit of controversy, I'd say, in school, but it is what it is. Love a bit of controversy. Moving on to March, this is me and Kiki dancing, duetting to one of our first TikToks we made with each other in 2023. Or 2022, I don't even know when this was, but this is us duetting it on the 1st of March at dance. We look really young, to say the least. I don't really know what to say, but that was my March, I guess. So yeah. And also then me and my friend group, or some of my friend group, went out to Gravity, or not Gravity, what's it called? Oxygen, the trampoline park. And we also went to arcade or funfair arcade, whatever you want to call it. It was to celebrate Holly's birthday, and if you guys haven't seen that YouTube video, you probably should, because I explained everything that happened, because that was a really fun day. Yeah, Oxygen was fun, I guess. Oh, this is another picture of me trying to take a picture and Holly's just bombarding my whole picture, so that's nice. That's always a bonus, I guess. Gosh, a lot happened in March. We also went to Thorpe Park. I got invited to a content creation day, and I also brought one of my best friends, Jaden, with me. That was a really fun day. We woke up really early for that. I do recommend going to Thorpe Park though. Me personally, I wasn't really a fan of rides, and I'm not, to be honest with you. But I got invited, so I thought, why not go to content creation day? There was a lot of influencers there, and we just all got to collaborate. I mean, I didn't really speak to any, because I was with one of my best friends and my mum, so I'm not really gonna just leave my mum and my friend. So therefore we just went on a couple rides, and I felt sick after like the first or third ride, which is typical me. I also bumped into a celebrity. You guys can have a minute to guess who it was if you haven't seen already. It was Leanne Pinnock. Yeah, I did bump into her, which was quite fun. It was a bit of a, don't know if this is the right word, like nostalgia, I don't really know, but it was just quite surreal to see her, because obviously she was in Little Mix, and I did like Little Mix at the time in my past, I guess. It was quite nice to see her and take a picture of her. I also met Megan Bolton and her boyfriend. That was quite fun. Don't really know what else to say about that. Thorpe Park was really fun as a whole, so if you do ever get the chance to go, I definitely do recommend going, because it's quite fun, especially in the summer though, not like when it's like March. Like, it was freezing cold, and I swear it was probably raining on that day as well. So it just depends. If you want to go, you can go, but that's what my March looked like. Coming to the end of March, going into April, I then got my digital camera, and let's say I was obsessed with that camera, as in I take pictures of anything just to use the camera. With that being said, that's where my double denim outfit came from, and I just took a lot of Instagram pictures in that double denim outfit. April was quite boring, but it was just like kind of a relaxing month, I guess, just before I had my big May showcase. If you guys don't know, I do have showcases every now and then for dance, so you know. But yeah, April was so chill. It was just rehearsals after rehearsals non-stop, so it was quite boring of a month. But yeah, that's where my iconic double denim outfit came from. Moving swiftly into May, it was a showcase month, whatever you want to call it. And this picture's just me and a group of my friends from dance college posing up on my camera, because like I said, the camera got brought everywhere. I love the camera a lot. March, why do I keep on saying March? Don't know why I keep on saying March. May was a really fun month. It was a bit emotional because I wasn't really going to see my older year group again, but I think it was a good goodbye to them. Like, we all got to dance together on a big massive stage in Fairfield Halls. It was just so much fun. So many memories got made, and if you guys haven't seen that YouTube video, you should probably go watch that one as well, because you get to see the real authentic side of me and my friends. Moving swiftly to one of my favourite months ever, June. June was amazing. And it was only amazing because I got to see Tate McRae. If you guys don't know, I love Tate McRae, and I got to see her concert, the Miss Possessive tour in the O2. And I just remember when the tickets first came out, I literally called my mum while she was in work, and I was like, Mum, I gotta go. And she pulled through, and I did go to see Tate McRae. It was the best thing ever. and I still speak about that concert up to now. Every day I listen to her religiously. Nearly a year later, and I'm still going on about it. It's a bit of a joke, but it is what it is. It was the best thing, just day ever. I was quite ill during that week. If you guys didn't know, I do get ill quite a lot. Couldn't tell you why. My immune system is just terrible. But I was ill on that day, so I didn't even go to school, but I still managed to go to Tate McRae in shorts and a t-shirt. Couldn't tell you how I managed to do that, but that's just typical me, just put my fashion before my health, I guess. Just looking back at this video, it was just the best thing ever. The things I do to go back to June. The 24th of June was the best day in June, definitely. And in this video you can see how close she was to me. I was very excited, to say the least, because I just love Tate McRae so much. And speaking of Tate McRae, actually, my Spotify Wrapped last year, I got Tate McRae for playing her like 4,250 times. Like, she was the most played artist ever. I was like 3% of her fans, which is quite crazy. Normally I'm like a 0.0 something, but guess I made it up there this time. Moving into July, nothing really much happened. Literally, I broke up from college, was so chill, couldn't tell you anything that happened. But then on a random evening, on the 25th of July, I literally got invited to Yaz's influencer party. Could tell you guys later on in the podcast if I did actually get invited to it or not. Well, not if I did get invited, I obviously got invited, I have the invite here. But if I did actually end up attending, it was in Manchester, so, you know, join the dots together. If I actually went to Manchester or I stayed in London, who knows. But that was a really nice invite. I got added to the group chat. We were all collaborating, like all the different content creators from England, UK. Moving on to August. Oh my god, August was such a sick month. I swear to you, June, July and August and September and October. Just towards the end of the year, it was the best thing ever. Starting off with August, it was obviously my birthday. So, you know, I had to do my big one for that. I went out with my friends, they came over to mine. We went, where did we go? We went to Gravity and we went out to eat. We went to like a bar lounge going out to eat, and I can't lie, it was the best thing ever. And I will never forget that night. That night was so sick. With that being said, a lot happened in August, not gonna lie. I feel like in August, a water fight happened. If you guys can see the video now, that'd be great. I feel like I was outside every single day, and sometimes not for the right reasons, but it is what it is. But yeah, my birthday month, it was amazing. I obviously do my yearly birthday shoot because I've got to show out for my big one. Towards the end of August, a week after my birthday, I flew out to America. My first pit stop was Atlanta, and that was just the best thing ever. I have family in Atlanta, so it was just nice to like see them again, because I haven't seen them in such a long time. Spent like a week in Atlanta, and then I flew straight over to LA. LA was amazing, to say the least. Actually, hold on, let's go back to Atlanta. Atlanta was amazing. Atlanta, the houses are sick there. If you guys can see the video or picture uploaded somewhere on the screen, the house, like, it was like a movie. Like, I swear to you, I don't even know how to explain it. Just everything was so clean and fresh. That's just how I can explain it. If you see the video, you would understand. Then on my last day of Atlanta, we went to an aquarium, and it was just like a nice wholesome day, to say the least. I didn't really do much that day, but I was surrounded by a lot of fish. And you know me, I don't react well with fish, so it was just all going up in my head that I'm just not gonna make it out, but I somehow did. And you know, obviously I love my crumble cookies, so we had to go crumble cookie, and it was the best thing ever. Me and my mum loved it. Anyways, let's move back to LA now. LA was amazing. I loved every minute of it. I filmed for a show. I went to a premiere, went to a basketball match. I done the most in LA. I think I done a good one. The day that I landed in LA, I went straight to a movie premiere called Almost Popular. If you guys haven't watched that already, go watch it. It's on Apple TV and Amazon Prime. So, you guys can watch it. If you're watching this podcast, you can probably watch it. So, you know, with that being said, Almost Popular was such a good thing. There were so many content creators there, so many people just in the industry that I looked up to, such as one person being Ruby Rose Turner. I finally met her. She was also in Descendants. She's in a lot of Disney movies and series, and she was the main character lead role in the movie Almost Popular. It was such a privilege to meet her because I just feel like I got to ask her a lot of questions about the industry as a whole. And I just had a nice conversation with her because who wouldn't want to have a conversation with Reba Rose Turner? Like, that's mental to me. So yeah, in this video you can clearly see I'm having a good conversation with her, and it was just like a surreal moment. I literally remember seeing her after the premiere and being like, Mum, I need to say hello to her, I need to say hello to her. And I obviously did, and my mum was like to me, no, I've got to put my big boy pants on and go say hello to her myself, because normally I do get her to ask for me. But I done it myself this time, and I was quite nervous, but it is what it is. As a boy that loves Descendants, and she was in it especially, it's kind of crazy. Also met the director and creator, Nayib. He's a good one. He's a very good creator. He does a lot of things in the industry, filming wise, music videos, you can name it. Search him up on Google, you'll see a lot about him. And on that following night, actually, I was on the phone to one of my LA friends. You can see the screenshot here. I was initially meant to meet up with him, but just don't know what happened to that, but yeah, don't really know. But yeah, we was meant to meet up, but we just didn't. Also, my camera broke. I dropped my camera in Atlanta, and that was just really annoying because then I just didn't really get to film any YouTube videos. I had 3 YouTube videos set up, and all of them went to fail. I'm really passionate about that topic. I loved LA. On a random day on the 31st of August, the UV was at, well, it says at that moment in time it was 7, which is really high, and the maximum it got up to was 11, which is quite crazy to me. Also went to an NBA match, or WNBA, my bad. My mum loved that, and I loved every minute of that. And then we also got stranded. Like, I don't know how I'm literally getting stranded on my 3rd day in Atlanta. I mean, in LA. Don't know why I'm on about Atlanta. Obviously, then I done a shoot with Girl Talk. That was amazing. Girl Talk was just such a surreal moment, and I'll always cherish that moment forever. Let's move on to September. September, I was still at LA. I literally got back to school like 4 weeks late. I was still filming for Girl Talk. I got to meet Lev Cameron, Brooklyn Queen, Sarah, Aubrey, Sophie, the list goes on. We met up with so many content creators and we filmed a lot, so if you haven't watched that, go watch it now. That was my September and August all in one. October, I got invited to Tully's Oktoberfest. That was amazing. I brought Holly with me and we had such a good time. And if you haven't gone to Tully's, go, because what are you doing with your life if you haven't been to Tully's? I then also found out that I was on, what's this website called? IMDb. That's like a website where all the actors and content creators are on, and that was really nice to see. And I sent that to my family group chat at like 9 o'clock in the morning on my way to work, because I was like, what am I doing on here? I just randomly searched up myself on Google, and I was just thinking, what the hell am I doing on that website? Don't really know how they got half the information on, but big up Girl Talk, because they probably got me on that. One of them do say though that Joshua Duncan is currently filming alongside Reba Rose Turner in an upcoming Disney series. The project highlights his versatility and on-screen presence, continuing his rise as one of the London's emerging young actors. I mean, if you want to believe that, you can, but not. I don't know. Anyways, then in October, I also went to New York with my school friends, because who doesn't want to go back to America? Don't really know what to say, just watch a YouTube video for that, because like, I'm not going to explain it when there's a whole YouTube video about it, so you can go watch that for yourself. New York was amazing. Obviously, it was basically like a friend's holiday, but with my school. We were out every single night, we snuck out, we done the most, but you only live once, so it was really fun. The Heights, I don't know what this is called, the Heights or the Shard, or I don't know what it's called. We went somewhere high up in the sky, and that was really fun because it just was like, the views were insane. We got to oversee the whole of New York, or the Big Apple, whatever you want to call it. But that was really fun, and I would cherish that moment forever, because like, it was New York. It was like a friend's holiday, and like, you don't really get that ever in your life. So, you know, New York was really, really fun. We also did try to go to Tate McRae again, but she was sold out. But there was on sale tickets, but the prices were like $600, and we weren't trying to do that. It was on last night, but like, who's really trying to do that? £600. It's diabolical. We then also went to Six, the musical. We done a lot in New York, can't lie. New York was really fun. New York was really fun, not gonna lie. But yeah, if you want to know more about New York, just literally go watch a YouTube video about it, because it says so much about New York and how we actually experienced it as a whole. In November, Christmas season started happening, so I went to Battersea Power Station and I just took a couple of Instagram pictures. Nothing really happened in November, to be honest with you. I was preparing for another show that I had in December, so, you know. And then that's when the talks, like the proper talks of this podcast started happening, so, you know. November was really fun. I was just doing a lot of rehearsals for my show as a whole. It was quite tiring, like mentally and physically draining, but it was a good month. Like, there's nothing really much to say. God. And finally, December, I finally put up my Christmas tree. December was really good. I had my dance show called Brink. It was based off adolescence. If you guys don't know what adolescence is, it's on Netflix, so go watch it. It's a really sensitive topic to some people, so TW, if you don't really know, just search it up. I had a dance show, put up my Christmas tree, and it was Christmas. Christmas was amazing. Love Christmas, spent it with my family. I'm sure you guys probably did too. And I'm just remember watching Vlogmas all the time. Like, every content creator on YouTuber was posting every day. Vlogmas is amazing. I love Christmas. I don't like the weather, but I just like the season as a whole. And that was my whole year as a wrap. Can't lie, guys, that was a long year. I feel like I waffled a lot, but that's just what my year was like. It was a hot mess, to say the least, but it is what it is. But yes, guys, that's what my whole year looked like as a 2025 recap. Can't lie, it was a quite chaotic year. I done a lot. I done the most. I travelled a bit of America, travelled the whole of London basically, because that's what I do on a daily basis. Done a lot of acting and singing and dancing and a whole lot of content creation, a whole lot of fashion, a whole lot of Josh being Josh. Like, low key, a whole lot of Josh being Josh. But yeah, guys, that was the end of the first episode of Josh being Josh. I hope you guys did enjoy. There will be new episodes every single Tuesday, so just stay tuned and bear with me. There will be content creators, boy bands, girl bands, best friends, solo episodes like this one, and everything in between. So yeah, guys, with that being said, stay safe and have fun, and don't do anything that I wouldn't do. Bye, guys. Hey guys, it's Josh. I do hope you guys enjoyed that episode as much as I did. Just to let you know, we are also on Spotify and Apple Music, so make sure to go check us out on there. Feel free to give us a 5 stars rating if you want, or even a 1 if you want to be that brutal. Me personally, I'd give a 5. Anyways, see you guys in the next episode.